Today I will present about Unit 7. So, the first question is that, do you agree with Maggots that it's important to keep learning and having new experiences? With making accidental discoveries, what does his advice to do? And Maggots advise that we importance to keep learning and having new experiences. And I think that the most successful people in the world understand that they must be continuously learned to be successful. For us to live life to the fullest, we must continually look for the ways to improve. And another reason is that learning and having new experience, new skills, pulls the connection within our brain, and then our brain can apply that learning to other area or problems. So the more we learn, the better we get. The second question is that list some cases that accidental discoveries are positive and are not positive. So I think there are a lot of situations that the accidental discoveries are positive. I will list the important case which is very famous that I know on the internet about accidental discoveries. We all know about chewing gum, but we rarely know about the story behind them. The Thomas Adam invented it in 1870. The events were listed in the website 10 accidentally discovery that changed the world. He was experimenting the Chico and the shaft from the South American free. As a substitute for rubber, after mounting failures, the inventor pops the piece into his mouth. I think it's a crazy accidental discovery. About some accidental discovery are not positive. I don't really know about them, so I cannot list any case of it. I think through these questions, I will looking for some information about a failed accidental discovery. The next question is about accidental discovery. I think there are a lot of situations that are positive. Accidental discoveries are not always good, and of course they are not always bad. So I will list the important case which is very famous that I knew on the internet about an accidental discovery. So we all know about chewing gum. But we rarely know about the story behind them. The man invented it in 1870. This event was listed in the website 10 accidentally discovery that changed the world. He was experimenting with Chico and shaft from a South American free as a substitute for rubber. After mounting failure, the inventors popped the piece into his mouth. I think it's the crazy accidental discovery that can change the world. And about another, I don't really know about the random discovery that are not positive, so that I cannot list any case of it. But through these questions, I will look for some information or some knowledge about it. To the next exercise. Exercise C on page 156. The first event, Alfred Nobel worked with inflammable medicine. I much with number D, dynamite was discovered. And number 2, a sticky substance were mixed with the sulfur and rubbed on the hot stove. And match with B, rubber became useful product. And number 3 is that an Ethiopian ghost had a watch he's got eating. I match with the breakthrough number 8. The effect of coffee beans were discovered. Number 4. Nomads travel on camel carrying milk in the stomach bag. Until number C, cheese were made for the first time. Number 5, the scientist tries to invent a new form of adhesive, but it were very quick. I choose F. Post-it notes were invented. And the last one, scientist tries to create synthetic rubber but failed. I choose E. Silly body were invented. To the next exercise D on page 156. Because I forgot to fill in this slide, so I just present my answers. Number 1, number 3, and number 4 I choose true. Because it is mentioned in the lecture. And number 2 I choose false because I think that they discovered the effect of caffeine thing for the ghost eating, so I think it's false. And number 5, in the lectures it is say that the serendipity is mandatory but is not luxury, so I think it's false. After this exercise we have 7 questions, and the first one is where does the word serendipity come from? And at the beginning of the lectures, someone said that serendipities appear in 1967, whenever Nobel accidentally discovered the dynamite after putting the popular and flammable swell on the cut finger. And the second question is that what other medical discovery were made by accident? And my answer is X-ray. The radiologist Martin Mays accidentally figured out how stomach cancer by watching where dye he injected for X-ray would spread and then collect. And then she wrote a happy accident in about serendipity in medicine. Questions number 3. I saw some spelling mistake on number 3. I'm too sleepy when I'm typing this sentence, so please don't notice it. And the question is that after the effect of caffeine were discovered, how did people start making coffee? And I think in order to have the coffee that we drink every day, the coffee beans needs to be chosen carefully. They are ground and boiled. I think so. And the question number 4, did any of these accidental inventors become rich? I think Silly Birdie is a great example because they sold more than 300 million little eggs. And I think it's not a small amount of money. The question number 5, and what has been invented at the MIT Media Lab? My answer is post-it notes. And the question number 6, what does the speaker means by serendipity is mandatory? I heard that in the lecture say that the whole idea is to bring together people with a vastly different background, the scientist, engineer, designer, biologist, and have them interact in open, play-like environment, to experiment, not to be afraid of failure, and to build. And we had a last sentence, what is Silly Birdie used for? And my answer is that it is a marketing genius. Put it in a little blotted ash and sold it as a novelty. It also had a mistake about spelling. So hello, this time for listening to. We are on page 164. Exercise A. List some important detail that hurt in the report. And I list 1, 2, 4, 6 detail. The first one is Chinese children have been adopted. And the second is Ruby Smith, the 18 years old, always crying and scared to be alone. And the next one is K-Burn, also 8 years old, but see older and bright. And the next one is Army went online and asked for help and got an email answer. And the next one is Case and Ruby get along. And the last one I list in this chart is a DNA test result. The next exercise, the timeline on the same page. The first is Amy went online to find help and got an email answer. And the second, I chose the information. They noted their daughter were from the same orphanage and decided to exchange picture. And the next one, information number 3, the girls are familiar. They have the same hairline, nose, chin, or mouth. And the next one, I think it would be for a year before two girls saw each other again. I saw a spelling mistake on the number 4. I think I'm too sleepy when I type in this sentence. The information number 5, the detail number 5, I think is the two girls never left each other the whole time. And the next one, number 6, is Ruby happy because of the DNA result. I think this information is very important and I list it in this chart. And the last one, Ruby parents understand why she never wanted to be alone. Okay. We have some question after listening to the lecture. This is the exercise C on the same page, 164. The first question is, how did Amy Smith and Amy White first get to know each other? And my answer is, Amy went online to find help, and then she got the answer from Amy. So the second, why was Kay's mother, Amy, shocked when she saw the photograph of Ruby? I think because two girls have the same hairline, the same nose, the same cheese, the same mouth. They are too familiar. The question number 3. How did Ruby and Kay get along when they saw each other for the second time at reunion? In July 2004 is where the reunion of families who had adopted children from the same orphanage, and Kay and Ruby never left each other the whole time. And the question number 4, why did the parents decide to have a DNA test performed? My answer is that two girls were really begin to consider themselves to be sisters, and she didn't want them to have the false hope that it was. And the question number 5, what did the DNA test results show? The girls are almost certainly sisters, which means because they are the same age, is on reliability, or fractional twins. And the last question, how did Ruby react the test result? I think she's happy and excited, and because I heard in the lecture, she just start jumping up and down and calling, yes, we were sister. So I think she's very happy. So we'll move to the next exercise. Choose the correct answer. The first question is, where were Ruby and Kate born? I chose B. They were born in China. Because at the beginning of the lectures, I heard that the Chinese children were have been adopted by American families. So I think they were born in China. And the second, how did Ruby behave when she first went to live with her adoptive parent? And to A, she cried a lot. The information I heard that she were crying so hard, she were turned on red because she's scared. The number 3. At first, what did Amos Smith believe were the cause of Ruby's behavior? I chose B. She believed Ruby was scared. And the question number 4. How did Kate behave when she went to live with her new parent? And chose A. She ate a lot. I heard that Kate wouldn't want to leave the table, so I think she ate a lot. The question number 5. What advice did Amos Smith give Amy about dealing with Kate's eating problem? I chose A. She suggested that they share the place in the middle of the table. I heard something like middle of the table, so I chose A. The next question. Why did Amer and Amy exchange photographs of their daughter? I chose B. They noticed that their daughter were from the same orphanage. And the next question. What reason do Ruby and Kay give for why they would like to live next door to each other? I chose B. They want to play together because I heard in the lecture they want to live next door. They want to play together late days after school. And the last question, according to Amos Smith, why did Ruby never want to be alone? And I think it's 8. She was scared for her new parent. Because I heard some information at the beginning of the lecture, I don't really remember. So it's still random. So we move to the vocabulary skill, collocation. And collocations are combinations of the words that are used together frequently. For example, some adjectives and verbs are commonly used with a particular prepositions. Part of learning to use these adjectives and verbs correctly involves knowing which prepositions are often used with them. And here are some collocations that's made by adjective and preposition. Surprised at, afraid of, associated with, disappointed in, known for, or full of. And here's a few verbs and preposition collocation. Rely on, depend on, pay for, looking for, congratulate on, habit form. And we have some examples about this collocation. The first one, we are surprised at the new. The second, I'm afraid of going out tonight. The next one, there are many health risks associated with smoking. The career is, known for. It's not known for. It's spelling mistake. Korea is known for its wonderful music and delicious food. And the next one, I'm disappointed in him because I expected him to win. And the last one, the park is always full of children on Sunday. About verb and preposition collocation. She's always rely on others. She is never do something individually. And the second, I can never depend on his arriving on time. The second, number 3, her parents pay for her to go to Korea. Number 4, her youth are clearly looking for a fight. Number 5, we can congratulate her on having done the good job. And the last one, the pause prohibit us from being late. And this is a lot question. There are 2 types of question that speaker used to ask the listener. The first one is rhetorical question, and the second interrogative question. And this is 2 short pattern dialogues that I use these kinds of questions. Okay, so you can pause to read it. And the last slide. So thanks for watching and have a nice day. Ew.